Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and of course, I have just seen the 2021 film. It's been out in theaters for some time. Nobody. How is it none of you have asked me to review this film? It's got action, it's got violence, it's got comedy, it's got elements of Heath Ledger's Joker, and it's got elements of Daredevil, a little bit of John Wick mixed in there. And not one of you have said, hey Richard, you really ought to review that movie, it would be cool. Come on, guys. This channel, it's a lot about me, but if it were about me, I wouldn't be going to see new movies. I'd be going to see old movies. Mostly I'd be seeing movies that are free because it's more cost effective. But anyway, before I get into that, let me remind you all that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company, 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean, so if you could, make that YouTube algorithm happy by, for one thing, watching the whole video. That's good. Commenting, of course. Liking, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing if you haven't already, and you'll be contributing to a better world. So then, on to Nobody. Nobody is played by Bob Odenkirk, who seems to be a regular, boring old accountant. Which, somebody becoming an accountant later in life is probably the most unrealistic thing about this movie, because it means you have to be pretty good at math, and well, if you're not good at math by the time you're 30, you're probably not going to be. You can get there, it's just hard. In any case, somebody robs his house, and he winds up feeling unsatisfied with his life. So he goes out there and tries to find satisfaction in the robbers. This is all in the first act. And when he finds the robbers are just poor people trying to keep their sick baby alive, he goes home, runs into some wise guys about to have a fun night with a disco dolly, and says, hey, disco dollies have rights too. That's a Clockwork Orange reference if you don't get it. And beats the flaming crap out of them. Turns out, this is sort of the opposite of the story of John Wick, where somebody went out there and bugged the wrong person. This guy went out there and stuck his nose in the affairs of a mobster. And you find out throughout the film that this is not the person you should be messing with, and the mobster is not the person you should be messing with either. So it's this two strong forces against each other that makes it very much an enjoyable movie. I mean, this guy, he's human enough. He's very like the original season of Daredevil where the guy comes, he's getting beat up and his knuckles are all bloody and stuff. Yeah, that happens. So it's very much, this guy's a really good fighter. But there are also elements of Heath Ledger's Joker in there. I mean, not voice-wise, it's action-wise. The things he does, the burn-it-all-down attitude, it's really like if Heath Ledger's Joker is really the Red Hood Joker, okay? If you know the story, Red Hood, originally Joker became a criminal to support his family. He was, we wore a red hood, and when he wore a red hood, he got all busted up and his family got murdered. So that turned him into the Joker. So imagine that didn't happen, but the Joker still had his, I'm really gonna throw down abilities. That's this story. So it's somebody who's got the potential to become the Joker. He could really go off if you hurt the wrong people. But instead of being the Joker, he's sort of the gentleman's bad guy, in and of the fact that, you know, he's following the old rules. It's like, you know, I was actually told my grandmother was involved with the Italian mafia. She was a numbers runner. And the reason it was my grandmother and not my grandfather is because at the time, you didn't hurt women. Okay? It was something you didn't do. You didn't attack a man's family. You didn't hurt his wife. The only thing, violence was for men. So that was the thing. And this is a guy who goes, hey, you brought this home to me. You don't do that. You got a beef with me. You stick with me. You don't come to my family. You don't come to my home. There's a certain code of honor here. And when you breach that code, I'm going to tear you down. Also, Christopher Lloyd is in this movie. And of course, I love Christopher Lloyd. If you don't know who that is, it's Doc Brown from Back to the Future. His most famous role. But he is a well-renowned character actor. And he brings so much joy to this role. So yeah, what I'm saying is Nobody is definitely a watch. It is not necessarily a must-watch. I don't think people are going to be making huge numbers of memes about this movie because it's not visually striking enough. It does not have the cinematography to make it that kind of a movie. It does not have the wow factor. But if you want to see some solid violence, some good comedy, and a reasonably entertaining story, Nobody is a good film. Again, guys, you see something out there, let me know here. I don't follow movies. I don't get paid to do this yet. So much as I want to pretend I'm a professional, I'm not. I hope I'm not coming down with something. Anyway, that's my opinion of Nobody. I'm Richard. Greetings, capitalist pigs. I am Great Russian Strongman Stealth Borgov, here from Absurd TV to remind you to like and subscribe to this video. And leave a comment telling everyone how much you'd like to see more of me, which you can find on Absurd TV. Bye, Mark Schaefer.